all teach that G6 class. How much did you finish?
We are almost done reading, but still not done reading. We just discussed risk-taking a lot, and almost finished reading. They don't have break time until 7:10.
So do you want some any bread? I have olive stuff.
Oh, sure, I have a little bit. Yeah.
Olive and cheese is okay?
Sure.
Olive and cheese.
Oh, all of this? This is a lot. You want half?
I have this.
Catherine?
Catherine already had the tomato sauce.
Oh, okay. I guess I can eat half and bring half home with me. Thank you. That's very good. Alright, people are here. I was very surprised. I tried to open this class at 6 o'clock. We wrote down the time wrong. I tried to open the class at 6 o'clock, but nobody was here. It was so sad. I was just sitting here. I was like, hello? Where are my students? Nobody wants to see my class. It was very sad. Okay. I'm glad you're all here. How was everyone's weekend? Tell me something that you did. Tell me something you did this weekend. What'd you do? Do anything fun? Anything exciting? Anything new? Tell me, what did you do this weekend? Tell me about it. Tell me how was your weekend, and then we can start class. Alright, let me take attendance too. Sanjay. Yes. I think they just have to do these last two.
Okay, thank you.
They should remember also. Sanjay, Isabel is here. And Crystal. Tell me about your weekend. What's something that you did? What did you do on this weekend? Anyone? Nobody wants to tell me anything about their weekend? You did nothing on the weekend, or you just have nothing to tell me? Nobody has any answers for me. So sad. Did you do nothing on the weekend? Tell me something that you did. I went for a long walk. I walked around outside by the stream. I didn't talk to any people. I'm worried about the virus thing, so I don't go talk to people, but I walk around outside, enjoy the weather. The weather was pretty good, so that was nice. It's nice to enjoy the weather. How about everyone else? How was your weekend? Why is nobody answering me? Are you just taking a long time to type? Are you slow typing today? What's happening? Is my connection not good? Connection's good. Why is nobody answering my question? You have to answer my question. I asked you a question. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me, somebody tell me. How was everyone's weekend? What's going on? Why is no one answering my question? Tell me something you did this weekend. Tell me something that you did. It was a question. You have to answer it. What did you do on the weekend? What's going on? Alright, Crystal, you rode a bike with your dad. Rode your bike with your dad. Good, that's fun. You enjoy the weather. Sanjay, even if you're just home, then tell me what you did. Okay? You were home what? Did you sleep all weekend? Did you study? Did you read a book? Did you play games? What did you do? Did you just spend the whole weekend watching YouTube videos? If you did, I want to hear about it. What kind of YouTube videos did you watch? If you played games, tell me, what kind of games did you play? I want to hear about it. Did you play Minecraft, Roblox, Overwatch, Fortnite? Tell me about it. Don't just not answer my question. You have to answer my question. Tell me what you did on the weekend. Say that you ate some food. What did you eat? Tell me you slept all weekend. Did you sleep all weekend? Read a book. What book did you read? Okay, tell me about it. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I don't know where that is. Where is that? I'm going to look it up on a map. I'm going to look it up on a map. Let me look that up on a map. Where is that? Alright, so we're getting some answers from Sanjay. Ooh, that's pretty far away. Ooh, was it nice? Should I go? I want to go climb a mountain. Ooh, it seems very nice. Maybe I should go. Maybe I'll go next weekend. It seems very pretty. I want to go. Very nice. Sanjay, you read Warriors. Good. That's fun. Reading Warriors. Reading a story. Okay. Nice. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear what you did on the weekend. Alright. So we're going to start today. Recently we've been doing a lot of reading and writing and focusing on that. Today we're going to be doing some vocabulary review. Okay, we haven't been studying vocabulary. It's a really important part of learning English, is learning vocabulary. I'm worried we are so long without class in person that you might forget so many words. So we will do some vocabulary today. Ooh, Monsieur Jinho. Alright. Hello, Jinho. Welcome to our class. So we have 4 people here. Is that correct? Yes, 4 people watching, 4 people on the chat. Excelente. Great. Everybody is here. Alright. So, let's start from the beginning with our RV vocab review. Let's go to what page? Let's go to RT page 4. Okay, we are going to do some vocabulary review. Alright, you ready for it? When you're ready, when you're ready, tell me what color pen I should use today, and I will use in the order that you request. So whoever is ready first and tells me the color first, I will use their color. Jinong says wait. What should I wait for, Jinong? Chinong says blue. Sanjay says this like weird R, weird kind of Y. No idea what that is. And then says blue. And then Crystal says dark blue. Isabella, do you have a color preference? Isabella, tell us a color. What color do you want to see? And then we'll start. Isabella, are you paying attention? Are you ready? You have to tell me you're ready. Isabella, are you lost? Are you here? Are you ready? Are you on the page? Did you lose your RT book? You have to send me a color so I know that you're ready. Otherwise we're waiting for you. Don't want to wait too long. Gotta tell me, what color should I use? Ooh, a pink for cherry blossom. Okay. Thoughtful answer. I like that. Alright. Blue, blue, dark blue, pink. Alright. I'll start with this light blue. Alright, so let's talk about these words. Our first word today. Humiliation. 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 This T-I-O-N ending. We know exactly what part of speech it is. T-I-O-N tells us right away it's a noun. Okay, what kind of noun? Is it an object? No. Humiliation is a feeling. We know right away. It's a feeling. What kind of feeling? It is a feeling of shame or embarrassment. Okay, humiliation is a feeling of shame or embarrassment. You feel embarrassed about something. Something bad happens in front of other people. Maybe you're in class and the teacher. No, that's not a good example. Maybe you're in class and then your mom comes to the classroom and yells at you in front of all of the students and the teacher and your friends. You're all in the classroom and your mom comes to the classroom and yells at you and says, "You didn't do this. You didn't do this. I can't believe that you, I don't know, something embarrassing." What's something embarrassing your mom can say to you? Or can say to you, I don't know, something embarrassing. Something embarrassing. I can't think of anything embarrassing. My mom can't embarrass me. But something embarrassing. Then you feel humiliation. You're like, don't yell at me in front of all of my friends and my classmates. This is embarrassing. Right? You feel humiliation, right? It's a noun. Okay. Do you guys know the adjective? If you feel humiliation, you are feeling why can't I write? I'm feeling humiliated. Okay? If you feel humiliation, you are feeling humiliated. Okay? Humiliated. Humiliation is the feeling, right? Alright, next. Expectations. Expectations. Now again, this T-I-O-N, we know right away what part of speech this is a noun. We know right away it is a noun. Okay. Expectations. What are expectations? They are hopes. Hopes about how well others will do or how they should behave, right? It comes from expect. We know that. Expectations are what you expect from other people. Can also be from a situation. What you think will happen or you hope will happen is your expectation. I have an expectation that my students will not say bad words in class. Right? I have an expectation that my students do their homework, right? That's what I expect from my students. That's what I hope for my students. That's what I want my students to do. Those are my expectations. Okay? Right. I have expectations. right? Next is fringes. Fringes, okay? Fringes of a place, right? We have the here. The here. If we have a the before the word, we know right away it is a noun. We can only have the in front of nouns, okay? So the fringes, it's a noun. We know it's an S, so we know it's a plural noun. The fringes of a place are areas along its edges, okay, far away from the center. Areas along its edges. So it can be like the fringes of a rug. Oh, run, not a run. Of a rug, right? So like in a rug, on the edge of a rug, we call these things fringes, right? Because it's on the outside, okay? Fringes of, if we look at a map, okay? Okay. We think about the fringes. Why won't it load? Whoa, how did I get there? Okay. Right, so we can see here, right? Jeju-do is like the fringes of Korea, right? Busan also, on the fringes, like on the edges, right? Like on the outside. Just along the outside of it. On the fringes of the country, right? The north in the fringes of Scotland, maybe up here, like this. Okay? Fringes, the edges. Oh, reminds me of prognostications. So expectations, like prognostications. Maybe like similar words. Prognosticate, expect. Prognostications, same kind of suffix there. Prognostications a little bit different, right? Prognostications is more like a prediction of the future. Expectation is more like social. Like you have expectations for your friends. My expectations for my friends are that they will treat me well. They'll be nice to me, right? That's an expectation for my friends. Expectations for my family. Like what do I want my family members to do? Okay? Expectations is kind of what you hope or want for them. Okay, good point though. Nice one. Prognostications. Next one. Hesitating. Hesitating. If you are hesitating, so here you are hesitating, you are pausing before you do something because you feel unsure. Now remember that pausing before doing something, why can't I draw straight lines? Pausing before doing something because you feel unsure, right? It's a verb, ing of the verb, right? We know that the root is hesitate. Hesitate. With this, with the E. Hesitate, hesitating. Right? Pretty straightforward. You guys probably know this, right? You're going and then you're like, hesitate. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to do that. Right? And kind of like you're playing a game of chess, or you're playing baduk or something. You're playing a game and you're like, oh, should I make this move? Should I make this move? And you're holding your hand above the board and you're thinking, you're hesitating, right? You're waiting because you're not sure about what to do, right? So you hesitate, you're waiting. All right, number 5 is sincere. Sincere. If you are being sincere, you are being honest and you mean what you say. So sincere describes you, right? You are being sincere. It describes you. Why am I using only one color of blue? Okay. It's different blue now. Okay. Sincere. It is an adjective, right? Because it describes what you're doing, right? Being honest, and you mean what you say, right? Then you are sincere. Sincere, right? Sometimes you end notes with sincerely. What that means at the end of the letter, you're saying, I really mean this. I mean exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying it just to be nice. I really mean it. Really honest. Okay? Sincere. Our last one here is coaxed. Coaxed. what is coaxed? What does coaxed mean? So let's talk about it. Coaxed. If you are coaxed into doing something, you are gently talked into it by someone else. Right? You are coaxed into doing something. Coaxed is an action, something you do. I coaxed my friend. Right? It's an action. Past tense, right? This ed, coaxed. If you coaxed into doing something, you are gently talked into doing it by someone else. Jinho. Okay, anyway, with that interruption, thanks to Jinho, coaxed means you are gently talked into doing something, right? You coax somebody, right? Our root is a C-O-A-X. It's kind of like convince, right? It's like convince. It's like gently convince. Okay? You coax someone and you're gently convincing them. I think you should try this. I think you should do this. Right? That is coax. Okay? You're telling them what they should do. All right. Let's try some questions here. Let's try some questions. Why might you hesitate before going into a classroom? Who can tell me? There's a lot of different reasons. I want to hear a creative reason. Alright, so we have an answer from Sanjay. Your teacher's scary. Teacher is scary, right? You might hesitate before going into a classroom if your teacher is scary. That's a good reason. Do you guys have scary teachers? Am I your scary teacher? Am I a scary teacher? I think I'm a really scary teacher, right? I'm very scary. Alright, Crystal, when you forgot to do your homework, when you forgot to do, let's write that down. When you see a bully, another good example. You see a bully. Good. You hesitate before going to classroom. These are creative. These are nice. Good ones, good ones, good ones. Great, great, great. What are your expectations for your teachers? What do you expect your teachers to behave or be like? Alright, because you're thinking about skipping class. There's another good reason to hesitate before going to the classroom. Hopefully you're not skipping class. Not a good idea. But tell me, what are your expectations for your teachers? To give us homework in Google Classroom. That's your expectations? What? Your expectation, Sanjay, is for them to give $10,009,999. I'm sorry, but no teacher will do that. This is not expectation, right? This does not make any sense. This is not your expectation. Okay, expectation is like kind of like not exactly rules, but what you hope people behave like, right? My expectations for my friends are to be nice to me and to talk to me and to help me and things like that, right? My expectations for my students, like I said, are for them to pay attention, to come to class prepared, do their homework, be respectful to me and to each other, and try their best, right? Expectations are what you hope people will do or act like, but normal, like realistic hope. Sanjay, that is not your expectation because you know that that will never happen. No teacher will ever give you that much money. Ever. All right. If I was a teacher, I would hope that the student would tell a problem why she or he is there. Okay, that's your expectation for your students. What are your expectations for your teachers? What do you hope your teachers act like? Right? My expectation when I am a student, I take classes too. I love going to class. My expectations for my teachers are to answer my questions when I ask them, to act. You can't see Sanjay's comments. That's strange. To be respectful to the students, to keep the class under control, to make sure we finish the things in time, to explain the reasons for things, right? And to be interesting. My expectations for a teacher is to be kind of fun and interesting, right? A boring teacher has no fun taking a boring class, right? Those are my expectations for teachers. But everybody's a little bit different. Okay. So people aren't really answering that question. Alright. Coaxed into doing something. Alright, we talked about that. Let's go to the next one. We have more. So here we have RT page 9. Okay. Let's move on to RT page 9. Gino, why do you keep saying wait to me? It says wait. Are you going to the bathroom again? Is that what you're going to tell us? Wait, I'm going to the toilet. You didn't write it all? Oh, this? You didn't write this down? Why not? Alright, RT page 9. Let's learn these next words. Or we'll review them. Okay, we're reviewing these words. So, let's talk about these words. Our first word, maven. Maven, maven. A maven, we have a maven, so we know that this is a noun. Okay, we know that it's a noun because it's a maven. A maven is someone with special knowledge about a particular subject. Okay? Special knowledge about a particular subject is a maven. So it's someone. So we know it's a person. Person with special knowledge about a particular subject. Okay? Are you a maven of anything? Are you a maven of any subject? Or maybe I should ask, if you could be a maven of any subject, or topic, what would it be? Okay, either maths or computer science is Genome. You could be a maven of any subject. You would like to know a lot about maths or computer science. Okay. It's funny, in Britain, in England, and Ireland, they say maths. Also in lots of like Africa and India, they say maths. But in America and places where they speak American English, they say math. What's interesting is regional. British people say maths. American people say math. It would be either math or computer science. Alright. Those are some things you might want to learn a lot about. What about the rest of you? Why am I not getting other people's answer? Sanjay, Crystal, Isabella. Social? A social maven. Ooh, like society? Like, mean by social. Like, talking to people? Or study of society. Ah, or like history, sure. History. Also American history. Yes.
Why couldn't I see their faces?
Oh, all at the same time? You can't see more than 4 faces at the same time. This is so and so. So this pin here, that means you're just looking at one person. If you want to see any one person's face at a time, you click on this to show it. If you want to see 4 of them, you want to hide this bottom. This is the people. You see this people, and you just put objects on this side. Your best is right there. History, okay. History, math, society. What about Sanjay? Sanjay, you have to answer my question too. Sanjay, are you there? If you could be a maven of any subject, what would it be? A math maven. Alright, sure, a math maven. Alright, that's important too. Math maven, I love math. Alright, great. Next one. Mortified. Mortified is kind of like humiliated. And we talked about humiliated, kind of like mortified. If you feel mortified, so we know it's an adjective, it's a feeling, right? It's like happy or sad. If you feel mortified, you feel extremely embarrassed or ashamed, like something really bad happened. I'm trying to think of something that would make you feel that way. Maybe at your school cafeteria, you're carrying your lunch and then you trip and you fall and your lunch falls on the ground and spills everywhere, all on your clothes too. It spills everywhere, then you feel mortified. You're so embarrassed about something that happened, right? Then you would feel mortified. Okay? Those sorts of situations. Break time 7:50, maybe. Break time will be, let's finish this page. Break time is when we finish this page, okay? Alright, rained. Let's move on to our cherry blossom pink. If someone has rained, kind of hard to see. If someone has rained, he or she has been very important in a particular place. Has been very important in a particular place that is rained. If someone has rained, we know it's a verb. It's something that you do. Verb, right? Has been very important in a particular place, right? So, for example, like it comes from like kings and queens reigned somewhere. Like when Queen Elizabeth reigned in England, right? Things like that. When the king reigned, that time. We can also use it in other ways. Like sometimes we use it in sports, like a time when Michael Jordan reigned in basketball, right? reigned in basketball, like was the number one of it, like the king of basketball, like that. Okay. Next is conceited. Conceited. A conceited person. Okay. You see, it describes a person. What part of speech are words that describe people? We know that it must be an adjective. Adjectives describe people. So conceited is an adjective. A conceited person is a person thinks too highly of himself or herself. We also use words like pretentious or arrogant, right? Conceited, you're thinking too highly of yourself. You think, I'm the best. I'm so good at this. All these other people, they don't know. I'm the best. That is conceited. Conceited, conceited. Right? It's not a positive thing. Not at all. That is conceited. Okay? Next one is designated. Designated. Okay? Designated. If a place is designated, so here we use it like an adjective. If a place is designated, it has been chosen for a special purpose. Designated means chosen for a special purpose. I'm going to switch color a little bit. It's a little bit too light, right? Designated, right? We often use it with for. Designated for, right? A parking lot is designated for cars. Some parking spaces, right? We see here's a parking lot where you can park, and maybe one of them or two of them are blue, right? What are blue parking spaces designated for? What are blue parking spaces designated for? Somebody tell me. Anybody know? The blue parking spaces are designated for blue cars? No! They're designated for people who are in like wheelchairs. I don't know what the symbol looks like, right? People in wheelchairs. Right? The blue parking spaces are designated for people in wheelchairs. Okay? What about in the subway? Okay? What are the pink seats in the subway designated for? Okay? Okay? Who are the pink seats in the subway designated for? Alright, you hit like all three of them right here. Disabled people, old people, and pregnant people. Also sick people, right? Excellent. Wow, you sent your messages at the same time. You have disabled people. Okay, good. Disabled, old, or pregnant people. Yes. Great job. Good job, good job, good job. Yes, that is designated for what? Designated for some people or designated for a purpose. Okay. Okay, next, smirk. A smirk is an unkind smile. Okay, we see this and. We know what part of speech it is. If it says an smile, then we know it's a noun, right? You can only have a, an, or the before nouns. Okay. A smirk is an unkind smile. Okay. So maybe you make a joke at somebody or you're being mean to somebody, you might smirk at them like you look at them with a smirk. It's a very negative kind of look, like right? I don't know if I can do it right, but like you're mean to someone, you say something like it's like a smirk, being mean to them. Okay, that is a smirk, a mean smile. Our last one here, exhilarated. Exhilarated. If something exhilarated you, okay, it exhilarated you, it's a verb, right? It's the action. Does something exhilarated you? It made you feel very excited or energetic. Something exhilarated you. It made you feel very excited, energetic. Exhilarated means made you feel very excited and energetic. What is this? I don't know. IDK. I do know. IDK. Word smirk is used a lot in my fave book, Smirks. Right. What is something that exhilarated you? That made you feel very excited, energetic? Tell me something that exhilarated you. A cat exhilarated you? We don't really say cat for exhilarated. A cat might make you feel excited, but I don't think we use the word exhilarated. Okay, cat. Water parks with like 12 different exclamation points. Okay, water parks. Yes, water parks can exhilarate you. Yes, a roller coaster. Okay, yes, a school. School exhilarates you. I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay, school can exhilarate you maybe. All the different social elements, making a lot of new friends, or being able to learn so many different new things, that can exhilarate you. Definitely me too. When I go to like a school, like especially like a university, I feel exhilarated. Or sometimes I feel exhilarated going to a good library. That can be very exhilarating. What about you, Crystal? Crystal, what's something that exhilarated you? Can you give me an example? Can you give me an example? What is something that exhilarates you? Anything else? You guys can give me more answers too. If you think of another answer, you can tell me another answer. Academy exhilarates you. Academy makes you feel very excited and energetic. I get that. I understand that. Going to class, being able to learn lots of new things, yes, that can definitely be exhilarating. I agree. Okay, so we finish this page now. Now we are going to have a break time. Okay, break time until what? 8:06. Okay. Break time until 8:06. See you after break time. Jinhoon, Crystal, Isabella, Sunset. Four students.
Oh yeah, because two are not here because they went to academy.
There are so many, like, teachers are losing job now.
Really?
Director at the, academy couldn't pay the housing, and one teacher just kicked out a daughter, the landlord, and go to motel right now, stay in a motel. And then the director at the academies are not answering the phone, and just they disappear. So the recruiter said, "Are you still looking for the teachers? Why? What happened? There are so many, teachers are calling me, and they don't know that they lost their job. There are so many teachers are here. Like, I don't know what happened." Even he said he owned his academy too. He said, "I'm going to close down too anyway because I am in debt now. There is no way to, open up classes, and there is no student, joining here right now. So I'll just close down."
Wow.
So what happened in Daiichi? So we are doing the virtual learnings and blah blah blah. So we're still teaching. So you're lucky. Like, this is what he said. You're very lucky.
Wow. That's extreme.
Yeah, he said, like, because I am, work as a recruiter too, so I, phone here and there, call everybody, like teachers and the side of the academy too, the both sides is like here. There's so much complaint from the teacher. There's no answer from the director. So they just disappear, and I understand what really happened. So, like, I don't know even what to do right now. So,
wow.
really, oh my gosh.
That's scary.
Scary, really. Then especially like in kindergarten, there is no really way to do the virtual learning for them.
For kindergarten, you
For
can't.
kindergarten, it's
Can't do it.
impossible. Can't do that. So the kids are just staying at home. They're not coming back. So, like, they just bankrupt. 500
Wow.
bankrupt. 2 months bankrupt. Because there are so many workers and teachers and the rent of the building. So,
Yeah.
like, so just month, okay, fine. But next month, like, okay,
Yeah.
give up.
I don't know what's going to happen after the virus ends. Then there's going to be a shortage of academies. Then it's going to be so many are going to be closed.
You have to teach me this one later.
Oh right, I'll show you that one. tomorrow I go on the computer. Sorry, 2 o'clock class.
And actually tomorrow we talk a lot. I know David, come and cover the class a little late. I know David. So we spoke about this project. And if you have a 4, then we can try this one. Only for tomorrow. I have to double check.
So the time as well. To make sure that I don't know. We can try right now. We can join this class. Okay, chat.
Let them know. Retarded persons.
So all that way.
So Sweden, Sweden took the other policy, the other solution. They just let people go out.
I don't know if that's good a plan or not a good plan.
But the problem is the population of the Sweden is not that big, and then the most family are like one person family.
Oh really?
Yeah, because they don't need to put their whole family together. Yes, and then kids go to school, they're pretty much separated, and then what they're planning right now, they will, just let people convey this virus slowly, and then you guys will, their immune system will get used to the virus, right? And it will work in their time.
That doesn't sound like very good plan to me. Because the problem, I don't know, maybe it works with Sweden, but the problem with most countries, why they try to slow it down rather than curb the hospital capacity. Like, that was a problem in Italy. It came so fast that they couldn't handle the hospital.
This is
People
what we
got
plan
so
too,
many
because the
people alive.
density of the, Asian country cannot take that, So this is what we plan, but even, I think Singapore, Taiwan, they think that they make it all already flat. That's why let, kids go to school
Right.
and start, trying to take a control. Business and, virus stuff together.
Do you want me to teach the next
Yeah,
hour?
yeah.
C5?
Would you? Then I will, practice that one.
Okay, yeah, try it on the computer.
Okay. I will try that. My computer stuff too.
Do you also have a contract?
Can I just send the contract your email first to let you see that?
Okay, sure. Okay.
I will not, write the timetable. I will just say that, pay hourly 50,000 won per hour, kind of like that, because it can be a little flexible for you.
change,
So
right.
if you can, teach more, then I will, pay that much either. So
Okay.
it can be flexible. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Can you put in a line? Is there like a guarantee of hours per week or something for a time, or just open?
Yes, like 3 hours. I mean, wait a minute. Like, what time can you get here? Actually, it might be much. Actually help me to get the like timeline, and I mean schedule for you.
I'm still not certain until classes start. So because I'm not sure what it's going to look like after I'm going to have homework and projects and stuff in the class too, and I'm not sure exactly what time.
What class? You mean Korean class?
The Korean classes I'm taking. I'm not sure what that's going to look like during the day, but maybe I can come in early, or like 4 or something, like I said, maybe
4 or 5.
4 or 5 maybe 3, but that's I don't know. So
Okay,
like
so
maybe
maybe
4 or 5,
I will say
but
4 or 5. Okay.
but okay, we'll see. 4 or 5, or maybe 6 might be a little bit, but 4 or 5 maybe.
4 or 5.
For now, yeah. So, especially with the online stuff, 4 or 5. Okay.
Then the regular schedule is fine too, for 4 or 5, right? If we start the class, right?
I think so. I haven't started that class, so that's my prediction. I think 4 or 5 would be good.
Got it.
Okay. All right, everyone, are you all back? Everyone. Hello, Sanjay, you keep changing the color of your thing and changing your name on here. What are you doing? You switch from your phone to your computer to your tablet or something like that? I never know. Never know. All right, so Isabel, you have a book that is 2 months overdue. You have a book that is 2 months overdue? That's so late. You have to pay money. If it's that late when you bring it back, you have to give them money. So you should bring it back. You can get in trouble for that. I love the library. Alright. Is everyone back from break? Is everyone back from break? Crystal says, yes! You're back. Isabel says, ah. Like you're at the dentist. You go to the dentist and then you say, ah. Jinhong, Sanjay, are you back? Are you back from break? Tell me, so we can continue. Tell me so we can continue. Your parents are dentists as well? Is that why you say or you say ah? And Jinhong says I don't know what that is. What is And Sanjay keeps using strange like Y's. You were drawing fan art? What is fan art? Art on fans? Like you make a fan and then you draw on the fan? Fan art? A kind of fan art? What kind of fan art? Tell me about it. Okay. We're going to get back to work. We're doing our vocabulary today, remember? We're reviewing some RT/RV words. Okay, we just did pages 4 and pages 9. We are going to continue on to RT page 13. Okay, let's continue on to RT page 13. Okay, let's continue on to RT page 13. Let me show you here. No, drawing of what you like. Oh, fan art is drawing what you like. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Drawing of what you like. Sure. Next. Okay, so let's get back into this color rotation. Let me start with, I like this color. This thing's my favorite color. I really like this one. Alright. So, pride. Okay, everybody's on RT page 13. Our first one, number 1, is pride. Not to be mixed up. We have two words that sound the same. This, oh, I drew that badly. This and this are not the same. Not the same word, pride and pride. Two different words, right? Two different words. So this pride, if you have pried something off, or have pried something off, you have forced it away from the surface. We see right away, it's a verb, it's an action, it's something that you do. So pride is an action, it's a verb, okay? You have pried something off, something that you do, okay? I have pried something off. If you have pried something off, you have forced it away from a surface. Okay? So, forced it away from a surface. Now that sounds like kind of a strange meaning, right? You might not understand what that means. You force it away from a surface. Usually when something is stuck, so you pried it off, okay? Let me show you, for example. Here is something called a pry bar, right? It comes from pry. Right? Pry bar are these things, right? Something is stuck. You use a pry bar to make it not stuck. For example, nail, okay? Pry bar. Maybe you can show someone using it, okay? Like this, here. They pry the nail out of the ground, okay? They pry it, okay? Oh, what is this? That's interesting. Okay, pried something stuck, right? You can see all sorts of pictures here. You pry something that's, what? Okay, so these pictures are so weird. Ew. Okay, something is stuck and you pry it off, okay? It's stuck. You pry it off. You glued something to the table. You have to pry it off. You have to pull it off, make it unstuck. Okay, you pry means to force it away from the surface, pull it away, right? Next one, desperately. Desperately, okay? Wanting something desperately means wanting it so much you'll do almost anything to get it, okay? So desperately means wanting it so much you'll do anything to get it, like that. But we know what part of speech this is. We have our ly at the end. It's an adverb, okay? It describes the way you do something. Adverbs describe the way you do something. You cannot say, I am desperately. That does not make any sense. Does not make any sense. You are desperately something with a verb, something with an adjective. I am desperately hungry. You have to eat right now, like that. Right? That is desperately hungry. You can't wait. I mean, desperately desperately want something. I desperately want that red pen. It's such a nice red pen, right? You really, really want something. You really, really need something desperately. Okay? Let's make a sentence there. Okay. Everyone make a sentence with desperately. Everyone has to make a sentence with desperately. Okay. Something you desperately want, desperately need. I'm testing your use of adverbs. Can you use adverbs well? Okay, that's an important thing here. Desperately. Can you use adverbs well? Everybody make a sentence with desperately. Everybody make a sentence with desperately. Everybody make a sentence with desperately. 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 Everybody make a sentence with desperately. Anyone make a sentence with desperately. My dad desperately wants a carnival car. You say wants a carnival car. This kind of carnival car? Is this what you're talking about? This kind of carnival car? What is a carnival? This kind of carnival car? A bumper car? What is a car? Ooh, that's pretty. What is a carnival car? I don't know what a carnival car is. Okay. Dad is one person, so you need once with S. Okay. Everybody else, make a sentence with desperately. Okay. We're practicing. He wants the new console desperately. Alright, the new gaming console probably. What new gaming console is there? I don't know what new gaming consoles are there. Is there a PlayStation 5? The Xbox 2? The Nintendo? What's the new Nintendo? Is there a new Nintendo? I don't know. There's already the Nintendo Switch and the Wii. I don't know. What new consoles are there? Are there any new consoles? Can anyone tell me about a new console? No carnival car is a car shaped like a minivan. No carnival car is a car shaped like a minivan. I don't quite understand what you're saying. Isabella and Crystal, can I see some examples of sentences? She desperately wants a new phone. Nice, perfect grammar. She desperately wants a new phone. Is that you? Do you desperately want a new phone? I don't desperately want a new phone. My phone is fine. I don't like to use a phone. I want a tablet. Tablets are cool. I want a tablet so I can draw. My friend has a tablet with like a pencil that works with it and draws really cool pictures with it. That's what I want. Okay. She desperately wants a new phone. Alright, what about Isabella? A sentence. Jinhong, I'm still confused. A no carnival car is a car shaped like a minivan. I really don't understand what you mean. have no idea what you mean. What is a carnival car? 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 A carnival car is a car shaped like a minivan. Okay. Sure. Sure. Isabella, we're waiting for you. Please send us a sentence. Please send us a sentence so we know what's happening. I want a desperately sentence. I want you to send me a sentence desperately. I desperately want you to send a sentence. No. Desperately want you to send a sentence. Oh, very nice sentence, Isabel. Very nice. Perfect grammar. The sentence is ... No, actually that's not right. No, see, this is 6 dots. Okay, really, you should just do 3 dots. Okay, so correction. It should be just ... Okay. Okay, it should just be ... not 6 dots, you 3 dots. Okay, 3 dots is proper. Okay, this is quite English. I ended already, but it isn't sender. It isn't sending? Oh no. Oh no. You desperately want to send the message. Desperately want to send your desperately sentence. Alright, fine. Okay, well, we gotta keep it moving, so I'll keep it moving. Next time you have to send it. Okay? Oh, this color or this color? Which one should I do? Let me do this color. Okay, sneered. If you sneered at someone, you showed... Okay, so here, if you sneered at someone, we know it's something you do. You sneered at someone. It's something you do, so we know right away what part of speech it is. We know right away that it's a verb. Okay? If you sneered at someone, you showed with your words and expression that you had little respect for that person, right? Okay, that is sneered at a person. You show you have little respect for them. Okay, sneered at someone, you showed with your words and expression that you had little respect. Okay, so showed with your words and expression that you had little respect for that person. It's kind of like smirk. Okay, smirk is kind of like sneer, alright? Similar. Smirk and sneer, they're both mean ways of looking at someone. You sneer is like, let me show you. So sneer might be like, somebody says something that I don't like, and I look at them like this. That's sneer. You show that you don't like them. You show that you think very little of them. You think you have very little respect. That is sneer. Okay? I don't think it's a good idea to sneer at anybody. It's not very nice. Alright? It's a way of looking at people. It's a verb. It's an action. Okay, sneered. Right, the past tense verb, ed. Also pride, past tense verb, ed. You guys know that. Alright, next one. This is a nice one. I like this one. Okay. Next one is indignantly. Alright? Indignantly. So we look at this word, indignantly. Indignantly. That should be this one. Indignant. After the T. Hard to draw a line though. Indignantly. Okay. Anyway, indignantly. When you say something indignantly, so it's the way that you say something, or the way that you show something, you show irritation because you have been insulted or treated unfairly. So irritation is kind of like anger, right? You say something indignantly, you show irritation because you have been insulted or treated unfairly, right? You're like, you do something indignantly. Somebody is mean to you, so you reply indignantly because you think they were mean to you. Unfair, not nice, indignantly, right? So you reply in a way as you're angry at them, right? That's indignantly. You show that you're angry at somebody, you do it indignantly, okay? This is an adverb, obviously with the ly, you all know that, indignantly, okay? We'll keep it moving, okay? Our next one, here, let me show you. You show irritation, you feel you have been insulted or treated unfairly. What is this look? What is this? Is that supposed to be a face? A cat face or a dog face? Okay. Urgently. Also, we see this ly. We know exactly. Let me switch colors. You see that ly, you know exactly what kind of word that is, right? You see that word and you know it's an adverb, okay? You know right away that it's an adverb, urgently, the way you do something. Okay, if you urgently tell someone to do something, it is important that it must be done right away, right? Urgently, like it's so important. You need it quickly, okay? Important that it needs to be done right away. So you urgently yelled for help, right? Please help, quick, come. I need help. You urgently yell for help, right? The ambulance urgently sped down the street, right? It's so important, so you have to do it very quickly. You're doing it urgently. What else can be urgently? What else can you do urgently? Let's open that up. You guys tell me. What else can you do urgently? Or instead of can, I might. What else might you do urgently? What else might you do urgently? Urgently going to a new job, says Sanjay. I don't know, why would you do that urgently? Why would you go there urgently? Maybe if you're late, then you urgently tell the taxi driver to hurry. Okay. You're late for a new job. You might urgently tell the taxi driver to hurry. Okay. Going to the urgently. We could say that. Yes. Okay. Urgently. Right. You might urgently have to do something, save a dying cat. Okay. If your cat is dying, right, let's pick this up into a full sentence. If your cat is dying, you might urgently drive it to the vet. The vet is the animal doctor. I just used the wrong, I misspelled that. Delete, that's embarrassing. Okay. If your cat is dying, you might urgently drive it to the vet. Okay. Alright. Anyone else have a good example? Something that you could do urgently? Jinong, do you have an example? Crystal, do you have an example? What might you do urgently? What else would you do urgently? I want to hear some more examples. Urgently going to school, okay? Urgently going to school. If you're late, right? Kind of like this. If you're late, then you might urgently be running to school if you're late. But maybe not every day you would urgently be going to school, okay? Maybe if you're so tired of being home every day, then maybe you urgently want to go to school the next day, okay? So urgently want to go to school. Sanjay, don't send those kinds of things. Don't do that. Urgently want to go to school. You can say that. Urgently want to go to school. Okay, we have to keep it moving. Let's go on to the next one. Grudgingly. Grudgingly. If you say something grudgingly, okay, we already know this ly. Lots of adverbs in this list. If you say something grudgingly, you say it without really wanting to. Okay? Grudgingly. You don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. That is grudgingly. Okay? Let's think of an example. Grudgingly. What might you do grudgingly? You don't really want to do it, but you're going to do it anyway. Doing a left done home. Let's erase it. Grudgingly, do something but you don't really want to do it. What could it be? Maybe some people grudgingly clean their room. I like to clean my room, so I don't grudgingly clean my room. But some people who don't like to clean their room, they grudgingly clean their room. You say something like that. Something else. What else could you do grudgingly? You don't really want to do, but you're going to do it anyway. Right? Grudgingly go grocery shopping with your family. Your dad has to go grocery shopping, has to go buy some vegetables and fruits. You grudgingly go with him, right? That could be grudgingly. Something you don't really want to do. I like grocery shopping too, so I don't do that grudgingly either. Okay. Let's see another example from you guys. What is something you might do grudgingly? What is something you might do grudgingly? Can I see an example? What? What is something you would do grudgingly? Say January? Why would you grudgingly say January? Why can't you just say... Why can't you just say January? Why grudgingly say January? There are no holidays in January? What do you mean? Jinhong, that's so wrong. The first day of January is a holiday. The first day of literally, January 1st is a holiday. It's a New Year's. How can you say there are no holidays in January when the first day is a holiday? Okay, Crystal says doing a lot of homework. Grudgingly do a lot of homework. Sure, I guess I understand that. You have a lot of homework to do. You might grudgingly do it. You don't really want to do it. Okay? I love doing homework, so I would not grudgingly do my homework. I'm excited to do homework. I like learning. I like doing homework. Isabella, playing with your little brother. That's kind of sad. You don't want to play with your little brother, so you do it grudgingly? That's kind of sad. That's sad. That's sad. Grudgingly play. Sanjay. Okay, that's sad you don't want to play with your little brother, but I guess I understand you might do that grudgingly. Okay, I get that. Sanjay, I have nothing to say about what are you saying? What? Does this happen to you often? Does this happen to you like regularly? This has never happened to me, so I don't know. That's okay. Anyway, Jinhong, after that. January. Okay, I don't know. To me, February feels longer than January, even though it's shorter. February seems like a longer month. Okay, let's go to our next one. Woo! All right, so we're gonna end with this page. We're not gonna do more vocabulary. This is gonna be our last page. This is an interesting page. Let me change my color. Oh, what color should I use? Use this color, haven't used it yet. Okay, vocabulary strategies. Using words in context. Okay? Right? Strategies, a plan, a way to do something. Okay, using words in context. Context is kind of like surroundings. Okay? What words are around it? Okay, so why can't I write a D? Surroundings. Okay, the things around it. This is page 14. Okay, so there's your surroundings here. The words around the vocabulary word. This is a strategy. How to use the words around it to help us understand. Okay, let's read this. When I read, please read along with me. Good for you to practice your reading also. Don't just sit there quietly and listen to me. Let's read together. When you encounter an unfamiliar word or phrase while reading, you can use context to help determine its meaning. Okay? You can use context. Context is the words around it to help determine its meaning. Okay? You can use context to help determine its meaning. Determine is like understand or decide, find out its meaning. Okay? You can use context to find out a word's meaning. Context includes the words and sentences surrounding an unfamiliar word that help you determine its meaning. Here's an example. The huge storm inundated the fields. covering them with more than a foot of water. Okay, so we see here, right? We can see this is linked to this. Okay, they must have kind of similar meaning. Must have kind of similar meanings. Inundated the fields. So if you inundate the fields, that means you covered them with more than a foot of water. This is providing detail about this. So we can use this surrounding to understand, what does inundated mean? And if we check it, inundated, okay, it can be like overwhelmed or flooded, right? Completely flooded or overwhelmed with. So we understand here, inundated the fields, covering them with more than a foot of water. So we understand that, right? You can also have synonyms can help you understand a word using the surroundings. Okay, similar words or antonyms can also help us. So here's an example. The shopkeeper always charged full price for the items he sold. He never gave a discount to anyone. So we must have opposites, right? Always charge full price must be the opposite of never gave a discount, right? These both have to be true, right? So both have to be true. So charge full price has to be the opposite of discount, right? So discount must be when we don't charge full price, right? You take some money off, you paid less, that must be a discount. And we can understand that by looking at the context, at the words around it. That can help us understand the meaning of the word, okay? All right, next one. Context clues can also help determine the meanings of homographs, words that are spelled the same but have different meanings and may be pronounced differently, and homophones, the words that sound the same but have different spellings and different meanings. Okay, so for example here, we read this. So you have to see, which one is this? Is this wind the ribbon around the box? Or is it wind the ribbon around the box? Well, we know wind is like the air blowing, right? Does that make sense? The air blowing, wind the ribbon, that doesn't make sense. Wind the ribbon is a verb. It's something you do, which means to wrap, go around something, okay? Wind the ribbon around the box, that makes sense. So we know it's wind. Okay, the context helps us understand. Here's another example. Jill was the lone person to request a loan for the new bicycle. The word loan, let's see, okay. Jill was the lone person to request a loan for the new bicycle. We have two words that sound the same. Loan and loan. They sound the same, but they have different meanings. And they have different spellings. So if somebody says this to you, like speaking, right? Somebody says this. Someone says, Jill was the lone person to request a loan for the bicycle. And you're thinking, they said loan twice. Are they the same loan? Are they different loans? Well, we think about this sentence. We think about the meaning and what makes sense. Loan is like alone, the only person. And loan here means to get some money, right? Borrow money. So Jill was the only person to request a loan, to ask to get some money for a new bicycle. Okay, does that make sense? Then we know the meaning of it. Okay, we can practice this next time. It's a very important skill. This is a very important skill, right? Even me, my English is very fluent. I mean, English is my first language. I know a lot of words in English. I'm very good at English. But even me, when I read some big, difficult books, there are some words that I don't know. I don't know the meaning of some words when I read some really difficult books, right? Or if I'm reading like a science textbook or something like that, or I'm reading an economics textbook or psychology textbook, there's some words that I don't know in it, okay? But using these skills, using these strategies can help me understand what is the word. Even if I don't know the word, you read around it to find out the meaning, okay? Using these skills is very, very important, okay? something you have to practice, something you have to think about. Anyway, that's it for today. It is now, what is that? Okay. It is now 8:51. It is the end of class. I hope you all have a great day, a great night, a great week. I will see you later. Talking so much, I'm really wearing down my voice. I will see you all later. Have a good night. Be safe. Have fun doing fun things. Study hard. Learn a lot. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.